guys, you're welcome back to our Villa Couture YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be on how to draft a high waist straight palazzo pant. As you can see here, the leg is not so wide, it's just a straight pant. If you want to see how I made this pant, please stay with me to the end of this video. So right now I have my fabric folded into two. The first thing I'm taking my length now. Now I'll just be marking, rolling a horizontal line, which is going to be my baseline. Now the first thing you do on that top there, you mark 1 inch in. Then on the bottom of the pant, you mark 1.5 inch in. So after that, you can use your ruler now and draw up a slant line from the waist down there as shown. Now the next thing now I'll be doing now is to impute my vertical measurements. So now I'm placing the hip line measurements. Then after that, I'll be taking my crotch line. So there is how to take the crotch line measurements, or you can also divide your hip measurement by 4. Whatever it gives you, you put it straight down there. Next measurement now is my knee length. Now I'm taking my full length of the trouser. So that's my 1.5 inches there. Now, once I'm done with my vertical measurement, I'll be taking my horizontal measurement. Okay, before I do that now, I'm going to be connecting that 1.5 inches to my hip line. I have a video tutorial on how to draft a palazzo. This is just a modified video on high waist palazzo. I'll be putting the link in the description box below. So please do well to check it out on how to draft palazzo wide leg. After doing that, I'll be imputing the circumference measurement. First, I will impute the waist measurement. Starting from that 1 inch line, I'll measure inward, quarter of the waist measurement. Then I'll be adding 1 inch for my dart and also 1 inch for sewing allowance. So inward there now, I'll be imputing my apex measurement, which is also known as my bust span measurement. So I'm taking ½ inch on both sides of my apex line. My dart is going to be 4 inches long. Now on my hip line, I'll be imputing quarter of my hip measurement. So I'll mark it there and I'll add 1 inch for ease. Now on the crotch line, I'll be imputing the round thigh measurement. The thigh measurement is divided by 2. So now I'm adding 1 inch for ease. So next now I'll be connecting that measurement to the hip, now to the waist as shown. Now after doing that, I'll be determining how wide I want my palazzo pant to be at the bottom. To do that, you measure up what you have for your thigh measurement from that end to the end of the fabric. Then you measure it up. Whatever the measurement gives you, you place it on the bottom of the palazzo pant. So from that end of the fabric, you measure what you have on your round thigh. So I mark it there now. Now we know we took in 1.5 inches at the beginning. So from that line now, I will mark in 1.5 inches. So I'll connect it to the knee and to the crotch. So I'm just measuring up what I have on that down part to have an even line. So I'll measure it up now as shown. Now I'll be connecting them straight up to the crotch. So on that part now, I'll be making a slight curved line. So after doing that now, the next thing now is to cut out my front piece. Please, I hope you're enjoying this video so far. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you have any style tutorial you want me to illustrate, please follow us on our Facebook page, Elvila Sewing Hub. And if you have not yet subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button and click on the bell notification so you get notified each time I put up a new video. So now I'm done with my front leg. So for the front waist, I'm just coming down by 1 inch. So I'll mark it there now, then I'll curve it straight up to the end as shown. Then I'm cutting it off, leaving half of an inch for my sewing allowance with the band. So I left 1/2 inch there. So now I've placed my front leg on another folded fabric. On that crotch line, I'll be marking 1.5 inches. On the waist, I'll be marking away from the front leg, I'll be marking 1 inch. So on that part there, I'll be marking 1 inch straight up to the crotch. So I'll be connecting. So on that waist, remember I took off 1 inch for the front waist. So I'm replacing back the 1 inch I took off from the front waist. Now, if the hip is 44 and above, 43 and above rather, you come up by 2 inches. So, but for this tutorial, I'm just coming up by 1 inch for the back waist. Now I'm connecting from my crotch now, which is going to intercept with the front waist as shown. I'm connecting now my marks together. Stay there is 1 inch at that end. Then here I came up by 1 inch. On the front crotch, I marked out 1.5 inches. Then on that part I marked 1 inch. So I'm just trying to connect my back waist in a slant line, or a slanted line rather. So here I have my front and my back piece together. So now I'm just going to be marking in 3.5 inches, which is my apex, half of my apex measurement. For the back leg, the apex line is going to be slightly slanted. So right now the next thing for the sewing tips now is to sew up my darts. That's the first thing you do. I'm done with sewing up my darts, as you can see. Once I'm done with that now, I will just place, this is my front leg. I'll place both front legs together and I'll close up my crotch on half of an inch from the waist to the crotch. Now I'm done with closing up my front crotch. Next thing now is to fold that piece of fabric now to cut my band. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, please do me the honor of hitting on the subscribe button and also click on the bell notification so you get notified each time I put up a new video. This is the encouragement I get from you, encouragement I need to continue making videos for you. So please, if you are enjoying this video so far, please like it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Feel free to share this video with your friends as well. And also follow us on our Facebook page, Elvila Sewing Hub. So right now, the first thing you do now is to sew up the top of that band on half of an inch as shown. I'm doing same thing now for the back leg. I'm taking 2.5 inches for my band. So I'll close up that top end. So now I'll be attaching a zipper on one side of the pant, and on this side I'll be attaching a pocket to it. Now for the pocket, I just marked 5 inches for the pocket depth or pocket opening depth. I'll place a piece of fabric underneath the trouser. Since I'm making the pocket just for one side, I did not fold the piece of fabric. I just leave. Now I trace out the wideness or the width of my pocket. Now I'm tracing the depth of my pocket. So for the depth, I'll be using around 11 inches long for the depth. So I'll cut it out now. After doing that, the next thing now is to cut out my pocket opening. That's the line which I traced on the pant. So now I place wrong sides together with a piece of fabric underneath the front leg. I'll just cut out the exact shape I have for the front, for the pocket opening. And I'll also take the length, same length I took for the pocket facing. So here's my pocket. So how to join it now is that I place my pockets opening right sides facing right sides of the front leg. I'll sew it up on 1/2 inch from the waist to the end of the pocket opening. So I'll just sew it up now on 1/2 inch. So here I've joined it now. Next thing now is to notch to enable the pocket to relax very well. Once I'm done with notching now, I'll flip it inward. Then I'll place my pocket facing underneath the trouser. So I've placed both pockets together. I'll be sewing it now on 1/2 inch from the waist to that end. So here I'm done with sewing my pockets. Here is what it looks like. Next thing now is to place my band and sew up on 1/2 inch. After sewing, you make a little notch. Then you fold the band in again, and you further fold it in again on 1/2 inch. Then you sew it up on 1/8. After sewing, you place right sides together with the right sides of the front and the back piece together. Now on that part, I'll be attaching my zipper. So I'll just mark 8 inches from the waist to there. Then I'll close up this pant by 1/2 inch on the sides. Here is my pocket. So I'll be sewing it from that top on 1/2 inch to the full length of the pants. Then on the crotch area, I'll be closing it also on 1/2 inch. Once I'm done with that now, I will hem my pants. Thank you so much guys for watching. So here is the final outlook of the pants. So until I come your way again, to have a lovely day and a lovely week ahead, and Happy New Year in advance. God bless you. Real good. Bye.